Yo, what up, Spice fam? We got Cade here. He has a super hype deck from the new Dragon Ball Super card game, Set 6. Cade, what have you built, bro?
So it's pretty much the Boo engine with Agents of Destruction. We're going to be playing the Shenron leader.
Of course we are.
If you don't know what Shenron does, he can attack once per turn.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know what this thing does.
So the whole point of the deck is to flood the field as early as possible and just go for game. So what we do is we run 4 of the 3 drops. What they do is when he's played, you search a Majin Buu of 25,000 power or less, add it to your hand.
I see you with the foils. All right.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get this. We play 3 of the 4 drops, the blue 4 drops. So we're not going to actually hardcast him. We're actually going to use him.
We union absorb this one and gain barrier.
Absorb that one with this one. So the 4 drop gives the Boo on top of him barrier. And the 5 drop we play 4 of. So he's an Evolve 2 red on top of, Evolve 2 red on top of a red Majin Buu. And then you place 1 card up under him, union absorb, and you look for a Majin Buu 25,000 power or more from your deck and evolve on top of it. That is not a once per turn, so you can do it multiple times.
We call that failing to find.
Yep, fail to find. So what you do is you have one of these in hand. When you play this card, you play it actually turn 2. We'll get to that in a second. You search for the one that you don't have, and then when you get ready to evolve, you put the blue up under him so he immediately gets barrier. And then you go into the next card. So next we have the 1 drop new Babidi. So what he does is he has barrier. When he's on the field, you can only have 1 of him on the field at a time. They reduce the specified cost, or not specified cost. They reduce the cost of every Agent of Destruction in your hand by 1. His other permanent is
Agents of Destruction have no specified cost, right?
Yep, that's it. So you put him up under the red Majin Buu, the 5 drop, second to get out your big boy, the new
with the SCR, man.
So when he is on the field, if there's if there's a Babidi up under him, you get to play up to 5 Agents of Destructions from your drop area onto the field, and they all get their effects. Since he is 40,000, he meets the requirements for the 5 drop, and he can be played directly from the deck for 2 energy and 2 cards.
And if you don't have enough Agents of Destruction in your drop area, you can just chill with the 5 drop Boo once he has barrier.
Yep. So that's the point of the 4 drop is it gives him barrier. So if you want to wait a couple turns or something like that to combo off or possibly get them critted from your life into the drop area, that way when you're ready to go, when you have enough agents or you're comfortable that you can win game with the agents that you have, you can go straight into it with Babidi. Alright, so for Agents of Destructions, we run 4 Bojack. The reason we run 4 of him is because he can shut down leaders. When he comes into play, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and switch it to rest mode, which is really good. His activate main costs 2 energy, and if this card is in rest mode, choose your opponent's leader, and it can't be switched to active on their next turn.
Yeah, I was actually facing his deck with Janemba Mill, and he stopped my leader from milling.
Yep.
And you better hope you can get Demon Sword out or get this guy off the board.
Otherwise, they don't get a draw when they swing. They don't get to... If you can get this out very early against Shenron, before they wish, you actually shut them down from wishing. Because they have to tap.
They have to hard draw into the Dragon Balls. And also, something that we learned is there's already a FAQ on this guy. He can choose leaders that are already in rest mode. So just watch out for this guy.
Yep. Then we play 4 Android 13. He is just a 20k critical. You can do his activate main, which is 2 cost, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. And if you do, then they send 1 card from their hand to the drop area. It doesn't get around barrier, but the main point of this is a 20k crit. And then we play 4 of the Majin Vegeta. So he is actually just a 20k power beat stick. He is removal when he comes into play.
Yeah,
so
both these guys can serve as spot removal if they have like a Yajirobe or a blocker up. You can snipe it.
You won't activate his main because you're running a black leader and not a red leader. But he also can double as red energy just in case you need it if you're not seeing your boos or anything like that. You can hardcast him if needed if you don't have a Babidi. We actually do the same with Bojack. We have a way to hardcast Bojack if we don't have a Babidi. But there's no way to hardcast the Android 13 since we don't run green. But Babidi, if he is on the field, all of these become basically black cards to where any energy works. So that is the Agents of Destruction. Now for the tech card. We run 3 Spectrum Attack Abuni.
Consistency is key, right?
So yeah, so if you draw into your SCR, your WinCon, then what you can do is Abuni, when you combo with him, you draw a card and then place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. So that way you guarantee that it is in your drop area or in your deck.
Because your boot can only play from the deck once he Union Absorbs, right?
Correct. So yeah, so the 5-drop can only play from the deck and not from your hand, not from your life, not drop. So this gets it back into your deck so you can go into it. Then we ran a standard of the 4 super combo trunks. It's just once you get 5 in the drop area, then you can draw a card when you combo with them. Since we're running Shenron, that's an easy turn 1, turn 2 play. For extra cards, we run 3 Universe 7 Representative. This allows you to search for your 3-drop Boo, since he is a Universe 7. Also, if you already have that entire play ready, you can charge this as energy to get out your Bojack.
Awesome. And you can tap any color energy for this. There's no specified cost.
There's no specified cost for that, so you can tap any energy.
Awesome.
It can also search itself. We play 3 Child's Wish. We only play 3 because you'll see it often, and you don't want it in your hand after turn 2. So your line of play is once your Boo is in your drop area, the 3-drop, you just Child's Wish it out turn 2. For defensive purposes, we play 3 Power Burst. This also really helps against critical, just in case your SCR is in your life, and you don't want to get it into your drop area, because once it's in your drop area, there's really no way to recover it. Then we play 6 of the 0-cost Dragon Ball and 1 of the 1-star. So if you have your 3-drop Boo in hand, before you actually go after you mulligan, you want to search for your 1-star, get it into your drop area,
and then Child's Wish
it out turn 2.
Perfect.
If you can awaken or wish before you Child's Wish, then you can Child's Wish for free, pay 2 energy, and then get the SCR out turn 2.
This man gets a turn 2 wish every time. Shenron is his leader, I swear.
I'm trying to get away from it, but it's just too broken.
It works for everything, right?
Yep.
And you have a side deck for this.
I do have a side deck. So before this set came out, I was actually running the red and blue Majin Buu engine. So for a side deck, we actually completely change up the deck because you can actually take out the agents and take out the SCR and then run a completely different end game with the same core of everything else. So we play 4 of the Grand Evil Absorption, and then we play 4 of the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu. This is your target for the 5-drop to go into. You only want to run, well, you want to run 4 of them just in case you draw into them and they're in your life. Then your finisher is going to be your Ultimate Evil. Then for the Gohan package, since the 7-drop requires a Gohan to be under him to get any good effects, we run 3 of the promo Burst Attack Son Gohan. He's critical, so he'll give your 7-drop Red Buu critical, and when you have 4 cards or less, he draws 2 cards.
So you can fill your hand back up after Union Absorbing, and he's a target for your Universe 7 extra card.
Yep. And then we run 3 of the 6-drop from set 2. He has Double Strike. If you KO an opponent's battle card, they take 2 damage. And if you're in a dire strait, if you only have him plus 3 other cards in hand, he reduces down by 4, making the 2-drop. So the 7-drop Buu can swing on cards in active mode. So if you're really going for game and they have a flooded field of little cards, maybe if you're playing against the new Son Gohan, he'll have the 1-drop Android 8 and then maybe a Krillin or something like that. You can swing on those and just do 2 damage every time they KO him. And then for the last extra card is just an extra copy of the Universe 7.
Sweet, man. Yeah, this deck is insanely fun. I recommend you guys try it out. Cade, thanks for sharing your spice with us. I know the set, as of today, has it officially dropped? Or was it just pre-release
no,
week?
It was just pre-release.
And you've already got this brewed up. That is awesome.
It's pretty nutty. What it loses to really aggro-based decks because it doesn't have the time to get all your agents in the drop area. But if you really go for it and just focus on the SCR as your win con, you can get it out turn 2 and go for game with Shenron's ult. Other than that, it's just fun to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing with us again. You guys drop a like, a comment. Be sure to subscribe to see more of Set 6.